Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Stellar Tactics. We're standing here in the Aznari Hub we discovered in the previous episode, which means we've got a lot to explore and all that. So let's go. Especially since this is the goal of our game so far. I have no idea what we will encounter other than that we will go into another area. What I do know is that this one is required for the mission. I also do know that we will occasionally run into creatures. Probably 4 of them. He's number 2, number 3, number 4, so he's the first one.
Watch yourself.
So we're going to do the usual. Running through the area, removing the resistance we encounter. And eventually we will probably deal with the boss monsters, but I prefer to use that in the next map. No, I said things wrong. I can use the azimuth on the boss monsters, but I prefer to do that on the next map. Right, and you're the one I need to deal with. And it goes down thanks to the crit. Because that was the only thing probably last round anyway. Like I said, time to boost his first aid skill again. He's also the only one who's actually boosting his first aid skill. Let's see what we got. 3 shards. 4 shards. Not bad. Did I reload? Yeah, I did. So nothing in here actually. Might as well go up. I'm in general expecting fights in each and every open area right now. See? Able to? No, he isn't. That's a boss monster I can't get to. I can now. And since it's a bust, snipe the thing into oblivion. Two down. That one is going down. Or almost. Almost. Well, battle is mine. Inventory check. Okay, not yet. This is actually a system minimum level 23. My characters are currently 23. So it sort of shows how strong the build is that I'm using. Because if this is minimum level, I should have some sort of problem, and I don't. No problem at all even. 22 more, okay. So his rifle skill is at 60%. Close to 50. Yeah, I'm not using that much. I'm working on this after all. Big guns, she's close to 58. Good. 80%. And his rifle is close to 40. Maximum. I also made a request at the Steam forum to the developer. When I search a system, there is no way to figure out where I left certain notes. Like, I know that I have a system somewhere where there was a trader specialized in Aznari relics. He was paying more, but I have no idea where that one is. So what I did request is the option to actually have a note edit here, the option to have notes edit. So when I put a note here like this, hey, that's not the one I was looking for. This is the one I'm looking for because that's where we are. So if I leave a note here and I have Pro or Pro in here, then it should show up. Because that way it would be a lot easier. Or as somebody else said, when we drop a beacon, can we put it next to the beacon? So that way we actually know where what is located, making some things a lot easier, especially the faction agents with special items. I know we have a faction agent where I can buy ship parts, but I have no idea where that agent is. I see a red dot ahead of us, so we're going into a fight again. 1, 2, 3, 4. he goes. But we'll see what the developer is able to do. It would be very nice if we can add notification to either the beacon or that system, because that way we will also be able to jump to the systems which are more special to us as players, that is. Oh, he's stunned. One down, one crippled, and still points left to reload and to save the points. And done. Hey, no drop. Ah, there it is. So, drops done. There was, yeah, a chest in there. So, this area is almost finished. One more thing to do. That way. Because I think there's something in there. So let's find out. If I'm lucky and there's nothing there, even better. I want to be sure that I've explored, there we go again, the entire area before moving into the next one. And this is the moment I regret I don't have that one yet. Even worse. I've used most of my special attacks in the previous fights and now I'm going to need them. All but her machine gun. Ah, crap. What the heck? Why doesn't she? This is weird. I gave her a move order, she didn't move, but I lost all the points. I get 3 for the price of 1. What's the first one? The Devourer, Weakness, Shock. And the Bloater, because the Bloater is in the way. Poison and Thermal. Okay, let's see. Poison. Thermal. Poison. Defend. Well, that's 2. He's going down. No, he isn't. Ah, that explains. The bloater was thermal and poison. Able to use my rifle now on him? Probably not. No, I thought so. She able to use? Yeah, of course. He's going down. Yeah, like I said, it's a boss. I won't be able to snipe on him yet. I am now. Gotcha. Well, that was a somewhat harder fight as most things. It's also the same person that's going down at all times. It's taking time. That's weird. Now it's working. Time to harvest body bags. I think we've been here. Yep. Good. Door. Time to move out. And here we go. We have 3 areas to discover. We immediately start with combat. Well, good thing I actually sort of anticipated on it. I decided to do this part first. We're going to face 5 buggers. And that's number 1.
They never learn.
No, indeed. Put him up there. Got 1 big shot I can use on him. Okay, he's almost down. Down to Papa. Oh, that's nice. Oh, getting that close. Well, actually, it's not nice because they're blocking my shots to him. Yep, I was afraid of that. Doesn't matter much, but I was afraid it would happen. Reload. Shall I do this? Yeah, because and skill improved. Okay, 58, and she gets nothing useful in at 60. Well, that's not fun. Lightning. Shocking. Done. Whoa, 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 whoa. Big chest. Nice. Look at those two-handed, one-handed, two-handed. Okay, look at those not so nice items. Then big chest is always nice. So useless, useful, useless, and useless. But it's also the ability to increase my repairing skill again. Don't think we have that much actually. No. Let's do this first now. Let's check my armor. I got 31 energy cells. So I need some flame of fuel being converted into energy cells. Okay. Not that much actually. But this way, getting to 70 is harder. Ammo to convert flame of fuel into energy cells. 73, 35, 36. And in minigun magazine 73. Okay, done. I think I'm going to run into a problem. And that problem is the amount of items I can take along. There's a new monster, there's chest. Another group of 5, I think. That's the boss item. Should have concentrated on him. Is this one using? Yep, okay. That was the boss. Oh, it's a group of 4 actually. Okay, he got a different pistol skill. So I have to take a look at that later. As soon as he comes up in his turn again. Bleed resist 0. Explosive. And he's crippled. Good. She needs to reload. Oh, he was stunned too. No, hang on. Because we had skill improvement. Not on him. Yes, on pistols. 25. Okay, 10% plus 10 accuracy plus 5 critical. Right. So the next point I'm going to use for hemorrhage for sure, because that will mean plus 10% to inflict bleed. She improved on big guns, but she's heading to 60, and 60, like I said, is not useful. 70, 65, 70 is going to be. Salvaging needs for 80 and repair needs 65. Okay, hacking 40, but I'm not using auto hack. Rifles close to 68. Good. So we got bleed, we've got bleed, we've got hobble, and the next will be at 70 once again bleed. That's a 30% chance. At 90 I'm going to do hobble. Reload was already done. There's something to our left and something to our right. That's a skull. That isn't. These two wouldn't surprise me though if they actually come from two areas right now. Well, we were just discussing it. 68. She's not going to use her weapon this time. The thing is, look at this. We got 2, 4, 6 coming, but we only have 2 spots over there. So where are the other ones coming from? That's the question I have currently. And the probable answer will be from our backs. Two movement, 3 movement, 4 movement. If they had been here, in this area, we would have seen them. We don't, so they're coming from there. There's 3 up here, probably 3 in the back as well. See? 1, 2, 3. Did he sit down yet? No, he didn't. Now he does. Ha! Exactly as I expected. Which means spreading out my team was actually a very good idea. Although one is gone over there. Okay, so I'm going to hit you. Can't hit shit. Oh, I can. Hobbled. Even more hobbled. wasn't aiming at him. I'm curious how that one looks. 4 eyes or? Ah, no. Done. Even without being hurt. I think we also did the entire dungeon now. I look at the shape at the map. How much room do I have left? Not that much actually. Did I reload? No. No, we aren't there yet. Yeah, I thought so. Going into another fight. At least I think we will. I know we will. Here comes the party again. has to face everything anyway. Poison. That's the boss. Aha. Right. Right. There's a boss. Let's heal up a little bit. Shoot. Oh, maybe not. Hitting the wrong one actually, because I was aiming at that boss. Never mind. Now he's crippled. Not going to let the stupid overgrown lobster kill my crew. Let's get that before I actually loot the backpacks or the loot bags or whatever you want to call them. So no more looting unless we find something important like chest. But I will still open things because we always get credits. Last room? I hope so, otherwise Still not the last room. We've got another one to go. There's two things I can do right now. I have no idea what will happen. But if I move to my ship, where's the next station? 4552, 3952. Up here, Irua. Mm, if I do another room and we have another one coming after this, then it's going to be a very long episode. Yeah, what I'm going to do, we're going to move to the nearest jump point. That's the advantage of having a fighter class ship. I can use the booster and the capacitor will always remain full. I'll place a beacon here.
FTL drive engaged.
And with this, I'm able to sell everything. Then go back to that system, enter it. I probably have to run through all the ruins again, but That will be easy because there won't be any resistance. At least I eliminated everything, so I don't expect there to be any resistance. We end up in the third area, and at that point we leave the game for this week and continue next week. That's the plan I'm having. Not now, mate. Time to
Docking.
dock. Loading, please. Normal merchant, normal merchant. Weapons, shields, pharmacy, armor, weapons, augmentations, merchant. That's the one I'm going to sell everything to. Sell all junk. 270,925. Got so many shards right now. Simply amazing. Stash is empty again. Good. And we already earned up to 8 million. So quite nice. Back to the ship. Clothing. Clothing. Trade net. Nice part, there isn't any time frame for this mission. So I can do this. H2.
FTL drive engaged.
That one. So we're going to earn, we paid 71k and we're going to get 87. So we're going to earn 17. Something like that. It's a small margin, but it's still profit. And it somewhat breaks from the ground combat. Raiders, no, not this time. I could have dealt with that. I couldn't have dealt with that. Where is the asteroid field? Over there. Nope, I certainly wouldn't be able to deal with that one. It's funny though. I'm not going to do space battles this time. Achmedius translocate.
FTL drive engaged.
Hey, I was already braking. Right. Jump point. Not now. I am clear of the gravity well. Aznari Hub. Japro.
FTL drive engaged.
Why is that ship heading in the wrong direction? Huh. Well, never mind.
landing.
Okay, ultimate test. I have to go that way. If everything remains clear, as I'm actually expecting, then we can simply run through the entire area. Looks like everything's clear. So that's done. That's the last door, but I wasn't able to pick up items from the last fight. I think from here. That one's empty. Okay. This one most likely will be certainly empty because I wouldn't leave an Aznari shard behind. An ether shard. It's funny that I still get credits from an empty crate though. So third area, and I'm not going to move on here. We leave it for now because there's already a fight coming up, and this whole dungeon setup is something I'm not used to. So it's likely there will be monsters in here and in here. There are doors. Yeah, this one is going to be much more fun for sure. Particular if you have to go through those big doors. Big empty area. Yeah, this may be a longer dungeon as I usually have. We will see. Next week we will explore this one. For now, thanks for watching everybody, and I do hope you've been enjoying this one. I did, although we had to do a sidestep, but eventually everything went well. I wish everybody a good week and hope to see you next week. See you then. Goodbye.